Okay, here we are on April 3rd. Our trading session starts. We want to start trading only after 9:10 a.m. Central Time, and then we'll start looking at the chart from 8:50 a.m. So this is where the previous day ended. The prior day, this was the daily low on the previous day. So this is all the previous day's price action, and we are using the wave detect signal. And just to give you a couple of ideas, so after 9:10 a.m. or anytime during, we will look at the first signal, first or second signal in that direction after certain pause that has the highest probability of success, and we will choose only 2 hour or above kind of trades while keeping the maximum loss per trade under, let's say, $50. So for example, what would happen here? So it's in a downtrend and anything, so it has stopped going further down. It's around the previous day 10:50, and then you get the first signal. So this signal is given when this bar closes, which is on a 1-minute chart. So when this bar closed over, since it's a red bar, opened here, closed here, you got the alert at that time. So now you can enter this middle of the wick order, and that gets filled on the next bar. So let's look at the risk and reward. So this, you want to keep your stop at least, the prior couple of bars which are showing a kind of a reversal. So if this is my stop and my entry is somewhere here, so the risk is almost 80, so it is more than what you would like it to. But let's say I want to reduce the risk, and you go to maybe only here, that is acceptable. Either way, so let's say you take either of the positions. Our goal now is the signal is given here, and this is the first or second signal in that direction after a period of certain moves in the other direction. So now you got filled. As soon as this signal is given, you enter the order, you got filled here. If you wanted to wait, you can still take some orders there, but now you got filled. Now this is your 1 hour profit. This is your 2 hour profit. So immediately it goes almost near 2 hours, so you can bring it to the break even here, and then you get filled here. So this is a 3 hour type of trade. So if you want to hang on, and if you have more buffer, if you take 2 trades, you close one at 1 hour, bring it to the break even, and then you can ride the next, or at least close everything at 3 hour profit. So that is one way. So let's look at what other things happen. So after that, if you missed the first signal, you can still take trade on this one, but don't chase it at this time. So this is given here. Instead, wait for it to, whenever this you see this up arrow, your entry could somewhere be here, and then stop will be all the way over there. So the entry is somewhere here, stop is somewhere at the prior bars low. So somewhere here, or at least you have to consider this bar as your stop point. So that is that yesterday, and then So you get this signal. This probably most likely will stop out. You also have to take a look at the context and how the higher time frame is behaving, either like a 5 minute, 30 minute, or 1 hour chart. And so either you enter the trade here and it can succeed for 1 hour, or just accept the stop. If you are waiting for 2 hour profit, most likely it will come back here and you will be stopped out. And it's better to accept that small risk. So other opportunity here is that, so now it is the uptrend is resuming. You can do this. So you can do that only once or twice in that direction, because at some point it will start reversing. So ultimately here, even if you try to enter, you will not even get a fill. Now this signal, you can do the same thing. The signal is given at this point here. So at that point, you enter a short somewhere, here, or even exactly at where the arrow appeared. And then stop can be somewhere here. And then as you can see, it is a nice 3 hour profit trade. So now let's take a look at couple of bar by bar analysis for the next trading day. Next day on April 3rd, we will go bar by bar. So this is where the 2 p.m. on April 2nd ended. So now we are going to April 3rd, and we will trade only after 9:10 a.m. Central, because the early morning activity, though it can be lucrative, it can also whipsaw easily. And I'm also looking at only at 8:50. I'm not even looking at the market open. So this is 8:51, 8:52, and this is when at the end of 8:53, this bar closed. Basically, this bar, the time shown is the time when this bar closed. So 8:54, 8:55, 6, 7. So we are approaching. Okay, so this is the 9 a.m. bar. So, okay, so at 9 a.m. this signal is given. But we are not taking any action at 9. So we will continue 9:05. So if you want to take risk, you can, but I would rather wait. And this is again not the first signal in that direction. You can even just um, skip that, because there is no reason to rush and there will always be other opportunities. So, okay, so now it is 9:10, but we are almost at the end of this trend, so we don't want to take any action here. Even if you want to take action, that could have been here, that if it is filled here, your stop is all the way there. So with that, let's keep going till at least another 3-4 minutes. So the trend continued further. So now we are at the end of 9:14. Okay, so 9:15. No signal yet. Okay, no signal yet, no action. 9:17. Okay, so we have the signal here. So considering this deep downtrend, either you can wait it out, and also your stop has to be all the way here, which is quite huge. Let's look at if I were to take this trade, the stop is here, and this is my entry. So for 1 micro, your stop is quite wide, so you might as well skip that or wait it out until the trend is stabilized. So we keep going. Okay, so came down there. Okay, if you had taken the trade, you're still in there, but you have given this signal. So you can choose to get out when it comes back. Yeah, so at this time, it would be stopped out. So this is only the first signal in that direction, and actually this downtrend is resuming. Look at the bigger context. Okay, so then again a whipsaw, possibly. Okay, so now the signal is here. We want the stop to be here. Target is there. So even that is a quite wide margin. So, the signal is given here. You want to wait till at least till the middle of this week. So now you are filled. So you are filled here. Probably you can take 1 hour, a little less than 1 hour actually, because of the how wide this is. And you might just want to get out because under such volatility, it is hard. And then down arrow, I don't know because it has already gone down so much. Not sure how far, but if you waited, you will be stopped out again. But on the stop signal, if you take this first signal, yes, you can. But if you are waiting for it to fill here, it will not fill. Regardless, if you take the trades, it's better to accept that risk and move on than holding on to them because it's going down like this. So first signal, even if you take the trade here, this will not fill if you're waiting till that point, but these would fill and they would succeed. And then second and third, these signals, ignore them because it may be too late. You don't know how far. And no matter how tempting the move looks, don't try to enter with a market order or anything. You get like a worse fill somewhere here, and then it pulls back like this, and you will be stopped out. And it's hard to say where to keep the stop on them. All right, so keep going. So now we have the signal after such a deep downtrend. I don't want to take an immediate order. I want it to stabilize by going sideways a little bit. So it's still going down. So also this type of volatility does not happen all the time. So majority of the days, 70% of the days, the range will be more moderate. Even, so let's say in a year you have about 200 to 250 trading days and only about 30%, 20 to 30% days you will get like this, which is about, 30 to 40 days per year, and rest of 100, days per year will be uh, more manageable type of environment. So just trading only during those stable periods is usually more than enough, and you can have a more peaceful trading life. Okay, so now no signal here because this trend is not sustained yet, even though it is quite a huge reversal from 718, 720 to almost 100 points in matter of few minutes. So either some news event happened, some deal announced, or whatever. So this happened. Okay, so now we have signal. So first one in this direction, you don't need to jump in immediately, even if you are waiting somewhere here, because the stop at least has to be at the end of this bar. So if you are filled there, you can get the so under such volatility, I don't know if I would have taken action or not, but let's just say our stop is below this bar and the entry is just right at this bar there. So this is a wide stop. So one thing here is I have kept the scale fixed so that I can get a constant visual indication of the height of my stop and the bar. I can get a range immediately just by looking at the bar, because if I put the auto scale, this scale changes to fit the screen and that distorts my sense of the range of each bar. So let's keep going here. So now let's see. So this is 1 hour. So 1 hour filled. Probably you can take profit there. Under such volatility, waiting for 2 hour is risky. But if you did wait, let's see whether we reach there or not. So this is the previous entry. I'm going to remove that one. And this one we are staying at. This is 1 hour. I mean, there is a huge swinging bars here. So there, okay, there is our 2 hour almost. So let's say it did not fill. It came all the way back here. It is hard to see. It went almost near here, but it did not hit your target. And then it came back almost near your, not almost, but half, more than half. This can even, if you're trading minis, and it can stop you out or even blow your account because of the trailing maximum drawdown limit. So if you're trailing close by, you would have stopped out here also. So it's tricky. You should just stick with micros, then that is more manageable. That is done. So now we have given this signal here based on this move that was happening. And then if you want to respect that and under such a strong reversal, you don't want to take action there. That is that. So now until there is some other new indication, you can take action with these. Again, just like you ignored this, you can ignore that, or if you take action, it can succeed. So the signal is given here. You are looking at this. So if you want to enter here using this as the stop, you may, and that will succeed. So this one, if you did take this trade, you will stop out, or considering this volatility, you can just stay out. So this area here is very difficult to trade. You might as well just stay out of this. No idea whether it will go sideways or going to go down again. And since it is historical, I'm not looking at the higher time frame charts. So you will also have the 30-minute chart on the side. So you will know where you are in the bigger picture. So now when you see series of these blue dots and then up arrow, this is kind of an end of this huge move and the second retracement. And this is kind of where that appears, but it might not be over yet. All right, so this is almost coming towards end of the day. I will not trade after 2 p.m. So that is how it worked. And now if I look at the same thing in the auto scale, this looks more like a ABC or a downtrend, and wave 3 is the highest. So there is some divergence here, and the wave structure could be one way two. This is the end of wave 5. So now downtrend wave 1, 2, maybe 3 here or 3 here and 4. But this is 3, 4, and then 5. Or it's like A, B, C, now D, now E here. And in terms of the signal, so the signals that we got here, so this first set you can ignore because it is against such a strong uptrend, we don't know. But this and taking action here and keeping the stop somewhere here, you can. So the stop is there, entry is right at the level where the signal appeared, like that arrow. This one, so this is still a huge stop, but it made 1 or 2 hour trade in about, you entered around 11:55 or anywhere here 12 to 1:30, so almost 2 hours. Other than that, any other trading opportunities here? If you exit early, don't jump in on this uptrend yet, and then this downtrend. If you are filled, take profit here. Then this is the final push, which is the good one. So after that, usually you can expect some kind of a downtrend there. I mean the trend reversal there.